These men kill me when they think they're insulting women by saying, well, that's why you single. You don't have a man. That's by choice. Do you see me? I'm not saying I don't have any flaws, but I'm just saying, like, if I really wanted to go out there and have men or be with a man, that's possible. But I know all men are not men of stature.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Just a Girl Show. My name is Janine. If you are new here, if you're new, of course, hit that subscribe button, turn your notifications on so you never miss an episode. And if you're a subscriber, welcome back to the channel. So this past week, I've been talking a lot about, relationships and marriage and how Black women are raised, which we're not, many of us not raised to be wives and just be very independent, strong, I can do it by myself type of women. And I hate that for us, right? Because what ends up happening is we realize that that was all a lie and we should never have been thinking that way. But we realize it a little bit too late, to be quite honest, right? So I want to share this clip with you guys because there was a woman who shared on her platform how she doesn't like to be single, right? She actually hates it. And I can appreciate a woman who's able to be vulnerable enough to share it. But I want to talk about that, but we're going to get into the comments. So let me drop the clip. We're going to come back and talk about it, okay?
I'm in my mid-30s and I struggle so much to connect with women who have partners that are providers. I know this about myself. There's a level of envy in a way. I'm envious of them. And I struggle to empathize a lot of the times. Like, I really do. Because it's literally just me. Like, I have to keep a roof over my head. I have to keep up with my health. I have to keep up with my happiness. I have to keep up with my dog. I know that's first world problems. But just like all these things I'm doing by myself. And I know there are a lot of people out there that can relate. And as humans, we are not meant to be individual creatures. We haven't evolved past that. We are still meant to be communal, and we are meant to be in groups and herds and in packs. And so to be in your mid-30s doing all of this stuff, it's exhausting. It's exhausting. And it's so crazy when I think about it because growing up, I was taught you need to be able to take care of yourself. You shouldn't depend on anybody. Definitely don't depend on a man. Like, that was a whole spiel that was ingrained over and over and over again. And I'm on my sixth apartment in New York City by myself. And that was a goal. That was always like, get your own space, take care of yourself. I'm gonna tell you right now, in my mid-30s, I hate living by myself. I hate it. I hate it. I'm a communal person. I like being around people. I sleep better when I'm around people, whether it's my family, my close friends. I hate being by myself. And so I'm at this weird place where I'm just like, what do I do? I don't know. And I just know if I had a partner that was helping me balance out this stuff, I would free up so much mental and emotional capacity to accomplish and get done all of these things that I have constantly in my mind, these ideas. Like, I have so many ideas that could be life-changing, not just for me, but like, and not just for my family even. I know it could change my family's life, but for society. Like, I have all these ideas, but I'm by myself and I can't do it. It's impossible. It's impossible. And it's crazy to try to accept that or come to terms with that. But I'm not beating myself up about it because I'm human. And again, humans are meant to be communal. We are meant to thrive in community. And again, we haven't evolved past that. I don't know why people don't get that. We haven't evolved past that. So everybody's like, oh, block this person, don't communicate. Yeah, and then you get isolated. And then what?
So as y'all heard, she stated that she was told to be independent, not need a man, right? And she's out here paying her bills by herself in New York City, very expensive, right? So trying to connect with a woman who has a partner who provides for her, as she said, there's envy for that. And who wouldn't? Who wouldn't be envious? If I'm struggling and I'm out here, I hate paying these bills by myself, and you got a man taking care of you, helping you. You ain't got to have the stress that I have. I want that. And I'm in my 30s and I'm just getting it. But as I said, as Black women, we are raised to be this way, to not need a man. And everybody doesn't come out and be able to be vulnerable about it, right? To say that. The thing that got me was the comments. The comments were from Black women telling her, girl, don't be envious. You never know what it is like in that household. She probably getting she probably getting beat on. He probably cheating on her. You should be happy. You ain't got to worry about that. Just be single. That's the best thing for you. Y'all heard her. It's safer. That's what they think. It's safer for them. So she's trying to say, you know what? This ain't the life I want to live. This is hard. And they're saying, no, girl, don't do it. Why do y'all want to see women do it by themselves?
I'm telling you, that singleness only hits you at night. When you ripping and running throughout the day, when you at work, when you know, whatever extracurricular activities, when you doing hobbies, when you at the gym, you don't even care about being single. That's not even on your mind. But when you pull up to the house at night and you get in that bed alone, that's when you be like, I really wish I could cuddle up with somebody, or I really wish I could tell somebody about my day. That's it. That's when the singleness hits you like, damn, I wish I had somebody. But throughout the day, you don't even be thinking about like, oh, I wish I had somebody to, talk to on my lunch break, or, like, I'm not even thinking about that stuff. But at night, when I lay my head down in that empty ass bed, oh yeah, that's when I be like, dang, yeah, I wish I had a little stink.
Why would you be encouraging that she stay in a place where she has to just do it by herself? Even though it's a struggle, even though it's a lot, even though it's a lot to carry, even if you have the money to do it. Some things are just hard to do on your own just because it's just you trying to think about everything, figure everything out. But the fact that they were all like, oh yeah, girl, she probably miserable. They can't believe that a woman can be truly happy in her relationship. Does that mean it's perfect? Absolutely not. But through and through, overall, I'm happy with my partner. Do he get on my nerves? Hell yeah. Do I piss him off? Hell yeah. But that does not mean that we're miserable. But when I say it was tons and tons of comments from the women telling her, girl, don't wish for that. You don't need that. They like to see you struggle. That, you know why they like it? Because they can bond over that. We can trauma bond over struggling, doing it by ourselves, flexing about that. That it has become safer to be single. But you got to ask yourself, if that's where you think your mentality is it's safer to be single, ask yourself, honestly, why is that? What have you been doing in your love life, your dating life, that you've come to that conclusion? That means you have been moving very reckless. That means you have been moving in a very reckless manner. That this is the safest thing for you. So why weren't you taking precautions to avoid situations? Why weren't you being conscious before you lay down with certain men? But y'all realize it after about 5, 6, 7 men dog you out, you finally be like, oh, I'm gonna just be single. It's safer for me. You can't believe that a woman can actually be happy. You don't like that she's envying a woman's lifestyle. Everybody envies something. I'm envying that you got 200,000 subscribers and you making 200K a month. I want that. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean I wish bad for you or I'm resentful toward you for having it. It's like, damn, I wish I had that. I wish I had that car. I wish I had that house. We can all have signs of that. But to be like, yeah, you don't want that money because he probably using it to cheat on his wife with it. It's always something negative when it comes to identifying that you don't like to be single. They don't like for a woman to not want to be single. I said that before. If you don't want to be single, then they can't stand you. They don't like that you promote relationship and marriage and family. They hate it. They despise it. And they despise it because nobody wants them. Nobody. Nobody's checking for them. Nobody's looking for them. Nobody's trying to date them. So when you are coming on a platform like TikTok and saying how you hate to be single, you hate doing it by yourself, they don't like that because what I'm gonna do and who I'm gonna watch if you get a man. I've been liking your content all this time because you ain't got no man. They can't envy your life because what they want you don't have. So they're fearful of if you get a man. Now I know I'm gonna be envious, and I don't like that. I don't want you to get no man. I want you all to myself. They want to keep the single, bitter baby mama, braid, all together. Whether they got kids or not, they all go in the same bunch of the sisterhood. All of them. And again, it goes back to how we are raised. To be independent women. Do it by yourself. That's stressful. That's overwhelming. This is why we have so many mental health issues. Why we have so much drug addiction, alcoholism. Because we out here doing it by ourselves and flexing on it. Standing on business about it. Your mom didn't even realize what she was creating when she put that in your head at the age of 7 years old about how you don't never need to depend on no man. It started with your daddy. You don't depend on him because he ain't going to never show for you. And from there on, it went from everybody. Even the little boy you came to school, came home and told her, I like this little boy in my class. You in 8th grade telling your mom, I like him. She like, oh, you better. She's already putting in your head. He ain't, no. He ain't gonna never do nothing for you. Ain't no man, trust no man. You don't need no man. She's going to taint your mind. You could do it by yourself.
You know, these men kill me when they think they're insulting women by saying, well, that's why you single. You don't have a man. That's by choice. Do you see me? I'm not saying I don't have any flaws, but I'm just saying, like, if I really wanted to go out there and have men or be with a man, that's possible. But I know all men are not men of stature. I have standards. That's why I'm single. Every once in a while I date, but I'm also focused on getting my bag together. I'm focused on other things. Like, my whole life does not revolve around a man. This is a platform where I give advice and tips, and it's a safe place for women to express themselves. And to be completely honest with you, most women are single by choice these days because it's not the 50s anymore. We don't need you guys to survive, and even if we did need you guys, you're not dependable. Men are throwing fits because women want to be taken care of. It's no point in having kids with these men, and we can't spend enough time with our children to raise our children. They in daycare at 6 weeks old. If we get sick or anything, if we having a hard pregnancy, we can't sit down and be without a job. Y'all don't take control anymore. Y'all don't even want to be romantic. Y'all don't want to impress. Y'all don't want to pursue. Y'all don't want to stand up and be a man and take that place. And y'all wonder why y'all say Western women do not respect y'all. There's no respect for you at all. To be what am I respecting you for? You don't even respect yourself as a man to have enough pride. That's how I feel. And I know a lot of other women feel that way. If I got to sit up there, work overtime, work more than one job, be stressed up, strained, cook, clean, fuck, suck, pay half the bills, like, I could just post my damn house on the internet and find me a roommate. I mean, to be completely honest, these days, being married to a man is like being his stepmother. It's like dealing with a rebellious ass child that don't want to clean up, don't want to cook, don't want to handle their responsibilities. You always got to keep telling them the same damn thing, and then they run to their real mama, and then they talk shit about you, and then the mama got something to say and want to fight you and shit. Like, I don't got time for that. So until I meet a man that meshes with me and we can come to a common ground, of course there's some compromises. You know, I have a list of deal breakers, but, you know, I'm not, you know, all the way in la la land somewhere thinking that I'm about to get the 1% of man in the entire United States of America. No. What I ask for, I feel is simple. I just feel like a lot of you men are not ready for that. And a lot of y'all should not be dating when y'all aren't.
And you live that way. As she said, this what she said is her 4th or 5th apartment in New York City. Doing it all by yourself. As women, we were not created to do it by ourselves. That's why God created us for the man, to do it together. But somehow, in our delusional mind as black women, we think we got these super duper uber superpowers that we can do it all by ourselves. But you see the mothers who out here struggling. You see the women out here who's crying about they ain't got nowhere to live and they getting evicted and they losing their mind about Trump and the bill getting passed. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take care of my kids. How we gonna eat? But you said you could do it by yourself. It was safer to be single. That's what you said. You didn't need no man. And then you're figuring out how you're gonna feed your kids. Make that make sense, sister girl. See, the two don't connect. You can't on one end be scared about how you gonna survive, but on the other side saying, I don't need no man, I can do it by myself, I'm an independent woman. No, you're not. Nothing about your life is independent, if we being all the way honest. You get support from everybody around you, the system, your family, your supporters on TikTok. Everybody's helping you take care of you and your kids. So are you really independent doing it by yourself? Even your mama who said that, be independent after you can do it by yourself, she was dependent on the system too. She was dependent on child support too. She didn't do it by herself, but she tricked you into believing that do it by yourself was the way to live life, when it is the worst, most detrimental thing that you could ever put into a young girl's head. Because she will kill herself trying to survive, trying to be independent and do it by myself, trying to never need anybody. That's a horrible thing to put in a young girl's head. It's very horrible. So let's be mindful so that we don't end up creating more 30-plus-year-old women who online talking about how they hate to be single and they hate doing it by themselves. We don't want that for our girls. I don't want it for the girls. I don't. I know I don't. And I hope that we can change this narrative and cut this independent thing. Let's let it go. Let's leave it in 2025, please. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts on this conversation. Please let me know. What do you think? But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed the conversation. Hit that thumbs up button, of course. Subscribe to the channel. Join the Patreon. It is a great place to be. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.